The unknown represented by x can be found on both sides of the equation in this given. More specifically, they are part of a grouping symbol. In short, to solve for the value of the same unknown x, we need to apply the distributive property first and apply the necessary operations involving solving the value of an unknown. Let me rewrite here our equation. We have 4 times 2x minus 1. That's for our left-hand side. For the right-hand side, this is equal to x times, 2 times x plus 3. So to start with, we are going to apply the distributive property here and here. So 4 times 2x, you will have here 8x minus 4 times 1, which is 4. On the other side, we also need to distribute the coefficient 2 to x and 3. Of course, by the distributive property, that's multiplication. 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times 3 is positive 6. Now from here, we're going to go back to our usual processes by deciding the left-hand side to contain the variable x. Hence, we will be removing this minus 4 here by adding 4 here, such that negative 4 plus 4, that's 0. But don't forget to do that same thing on the other side as well. This would mean we have here 8x, that's 0, equal to 2x, then 6 plus 4 is positive 10. Next is to remove this 2x here because we would like this right hand side to only contain the constants. And of course, do the same thing on the other side to retain equality. So 8x minus 2x is 6x. On the other side, you have 2x minus 2x, that's 0. So what remains here is only the constant 10. We could see here that once we divide both sides by 6, because 6 divided by 6 is 1, leaving x. By doing that on the other side, we would see that our result for the value of the unknown is a fraction. This is still possible and still acceptable, but of course, write your fraction in its simplest form. 10 over 6 can be written as 5/3. Now, do not write this in mixed fractions such as 1 and 2/3, nor in a number with decimal notation, more specifically because this is a non-terminating number. This is because once we use this value in other situation, or in case here in our checking, we will have an easier process. Of course, this process of checking is just an additional step for us to make sure that our answer is correct. And when you do checking, the very good reminder here is to always use the original equation. So we are not going to use the second version nor the third, but the original equation, and using the result in simplest form, which is also an improper fraction, 5/3. This is an important skill. This might not be needed, but for you doing this, it's a mastery, and that's a skill you need in order for you to really show that your answer is correct or not. But of course, we're going to show it here more specifically by substituting the set value of x here. This might take a lot of time, but of course, let's do it step by step. X becomes 5/3 minus 1. On the other side, we'll have 2 times 5/3 plus 3. Take note that we are checking. Our goal is to make sure that these two sides of the equation will have the same value. Of course, this will be question mark. And to do that, since we have fraction here, we need to use the processes involving rational numbers, which include both integers and fractions. So by PEMDAS, let's take this with 4 here. This is 2 over 1 as an integer, which is a fraction, or integer as a fraction. And this is a multiplication of two fractions. So 10, that will be our numerator. You multiply 2 and 5, you will get 10 over 3. 1 times 3, that's your denominator. Still minus an integer 1. We'll do it later. Let's do it step by step. Next, here, our LCD. Okay? Here, LCD, or let's do the LCD at once together with the other side. Of course, you can start with this, but to discuss it at the same time, we are going to use LCD here. So the LCD is a 3. We know that 1 has a denominator of 1, same as 3 has a denominator of 1 here. They are both integers of denominator 1. So going back here, the LCD is a 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 10. We'll have 10. That's 10. 3 divided by 1 is 3 times 1 is 3. You would know that your process here is correct by isolating this. 10 thirds, same as the first. And you have 3 thirds, same as the second one. But of course, to complete that, we have here minus. Still checking. So question mark here still. Another purpose of checking is, aside from verifying whether our answer is correct or not, it's also a sort of a review on the important processes involving numbers. So you have here 2 times, the LCD is also 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 times 5, 5 thirds, same as the first. 3 divided by 1 is 3 times 3, 9. When you divide this 2, that's just simply a 3. And of course, it's plus here. We're almost done. We just need to really combine the grouping symbol. 10 minus 3 is 7. You have here 3. 7 thirds. Let's do it a little bit closer. 7 thirds. Still question mark. On the other side, you have 2 times 5 plus 9 is 14. You have here thirds. And finally, of course, this is all over 1. That's over 1. When you multiply them, you will get this result. 4 times 7 is 28. Denominator 1 times 3, 3. Equal to 2 times 14 is 28. 1 times 3 is also 3. Since both sides of the equation here have the same value of 28 thirds, no need to come up with its mix nor a value with decimal notation. That's enough to say that the value of our unknown, being 5 thirds, is the correct value of the unknown in this given equation. Join us to the next adventure involving the unknown.